some stories of the season. Wow, right? Some incredible student athletes over here to my left and me left. So from an overall stat point of view, obviously the 9-3 season, 5-1 in district, second place in the district. We've got to check the record books, but it's probably one of the greatest turnarounds in Texas high school football history from year to year, and it's because of those guys over there. So let's give it a hand. So we started the season off, we had 4 non-district games because we had a 17 district. 3 of those 4 teams went 2 rounds deep. All 4 went to the playoffs. We were 3 of 4 in those games. And I think there's some things we started last December. And then some things we continued through the season, and our guys bought in. And we really started the offseason with talking about moving your quit line. And if your sons talk to you about that at all, that's our phrase for resilience. And what we talk about all the time is moving your quit line is when you think you're about to quit in any area of life, you just take one more step. You just go one more day, you just take one more rep. And if you do that, you start moving your quit line. And over time, when you do that day after day after day, your quit line becomes farther and farther and farther away, and you're less likely to quit. And what happens when you move your quit line over a long period of time like these guys have is that your tough becomes easy, and the impossible just becomes tough. And I think what's happened over the season, we started the season that way, very obvious that our guys were very resilient. When you watched them play, they were always in the game. No matter how far they were down, you always felt like they were going to come back. And they just played one play at a time, they just kept playing. And we talk a lot about moving your quit line because football is obviously, we love football. We want to win games. In addition to that, football is a laboratory for life. And there's going to be some times when they're going to get to a quit line in life and just don't feel like going anymore, take another step, one more day at the job, something's happened, one more treatment, whatever that may be. And they're going to take what they learned from football and say, I can just go one more step and move my quit line. I can just go study for a little bit more to make this grade better. I can just do a little bit more. And so moving our quit line is a phrase we talk a lot about. We also talk about great teams are player-led, not coach-fed. And so we talked about that in the offseason. 2 stories that come to mind for me is we always ask our kids to wear the green shirt, the black shorts, and black socks so we look the same in athletic period. And we have some that have had different color socks on, 2 or 3. And so we do some extra running, or they borrow somebody's socks. But we got to a point where we had a couple kids one day that had different color socks on. And Felix Ojo said to me before our team meeting, we meet about 3 minutes before every athletic period. I talk to the team, and Felix said, hey, Coach, can I talk to the team real quick before you do? I said, sure, Felix. And he stood up and said, hey, guys, this is the standard. This is what we wear. We're going to wear this, and we're going to look the same because we're a team. Our standard is the same. This is what's going to be. That was our player-led team. There were days, I know there's a day during the season, we had a walkthrough on a Monday. The defense had an okay walkthrough. It was good, but not what we wanted it to be. And I called Jaden Cupid and I said, Jade, we got to get this thing right. We got to make sure we practice well. Coach, I got it. And they came out and practiced great that afternoon. We had a lot of leadership in that locker room. If you sit in that locker room after practice, before practice, they're having fun. They're holding each other accountable. Okay, but they were a player-led team. And it was very evident they were, and I'm really proud of our kids for doing that because that's the next step in what they had to do to win. We've talked about playing one play at a time. You know, don't worry about what happened before because you can't control it. If you look at the scoreboard, it makes your head all go crazy because you're worried about the score and are we ahead or behind. You just go play the play you're at right now and play it one play at a time. And you heard a lot of the sidelines, let's play one play at a time. What showed up in the story of the season is we start off the game at Frisco Reading, which you all remember in the Star. We're down 17-14 at half. We hold them to a field goal right before the half ends. I remember walking in the locker room and talking to Coach Duckworth. I said, hey, Coach Duckworth, can we stop them on defense in the second half? Do you feel good? He goes, Coach, we got it. Our kids are good. And we ended up winning that game 31-27. If you remember, the last play was an interception, all right, to seal the win for us in the end zone. Kids are resilient. All right, down 17-14, win 31-27. Go to senior night at Richardson, right? Up in Newsom. We're down 27-14 at the half. come back and outscore them 20-0 in the second half to win the game 34-27. That's moving your quit line of resilience, and that's one play at a time. Then you go to Mansfield game in Newsom, right? We're down 21-14 at the half. These guys over here to my left outscore them 30-0 in the second half, and we win 44-21. That's the kind of resilience our guys had. And they had each other's back. They were going one play at a time, and all you heard is, hey, next play, coach, we're good. Next play, just keep playing. Just keep playing, we're good. Then you head to the end of the season. We know that we make the playoffs after a win at Legacy. We've got to play Boswell. Boswell has to win to get in. Most of the scenarios for us had us in the playoffs. Watching film, we were a better team than Boswell this year. And our kids knew it on film, our coaches knew it on film. But we talked a lot about two things. One thing we were going to be as a football team, and one thing we were not. We were going to be confident, but never arrogant. So what we talked about is in life, confidence is knowing you'll play well because you practiced well. You just know you're going to play well. Arrogance is thinking you're going to play well regardless of how you practice. So in the classroom, I think I'm going to pass that test. I know I'm going to do well on that test because I studied all week long. That's confidence. Arrogance is, I'll be okay. I didn't study, but I'll just go wing it. I think I'll be good. That's arrogance. And our kids took the challenge. And we ended up beating Boswell 69-34 to end the season on a team that we should beat. And they took the challenge and did it. Probably the thing that jumped out at me this weekend, if you all watched the conference championship games, there were a couple things that were said on TV that really resonated with me about this group of men over here to my left. Texas Tech one, Joe McGuire said, the secret to this team is how much we love each other. Kurt Signetti, after Indiana's win over Ohio State, and their quarterback and him said, the secret to this team is how much we love each other and care about each other. This team was very evident in that game at Trinity. There was a game that people didn't think we could win. We had a great week of practice. We went in there very confident, and our players were very confident because they practiced out and had an outstanding week of practice, and they did it well. But we had some up and downs. I'll go back and I wrote some of this stuff down from the game. You know, we're late in the game. We're driving to score. We fumble. All right, we're inside the 10. We fumble. They come off the sideline. All you heard was, hey, we're good, man. I got your back. We'll get them. We're good. Defense runs on the field. Hey, we got you. We're good. What does defense do? They go get a fumble recovery. Offense comes back, gets the ball, goes and scores. Okay? We get an interception at the end of the game to play hard. That group over there had each other's back. They were family. They were close. They care about each other. It's a very close knit. And that senior class was a very, very close senior class. You could feel it. And that team over there did a great job. Our guys are so proud of just being a family and being a group and just loving and caring about each other, holding each other accountable because they cared, but also making sure that they were one big team, one unit, and they had each other's back. Really, really proud of our guys for doing that. So, all right, we always have a playoff tradition here at Lakers, and when we make the playoffs, we have names on the back of the jersey, so we're going to let them walk up here with their jerseys as we announce them. So you can take pictures if you want to now. We'll also have time at the end. We will introduce our underclassmen first. First is number 5, our quarterback, Deshaun Edwards. Got number 10, Josh Woods. Number 14, Jaden Evans. Number 15, Jared Henry. Number 16, Michael Blow. Number 20, Jaden J.C. Cotton. Number 26, Kylan Jones. Number 27, Christian Haywood. Number 28, Jalen Pollard. Number 34, Mason Dillon. Number 35, Landon Pullen. Number 45, Flanders Malone. We got Evan here. Where are you, Evan? Where's Evan go? Come back up here. All right, here we go. Number 50, Isaiah Malusa. Number 55, Mason Johnson. Number 58, Vincent Allen. Number 62, Kaylin Hensley. Number 64, Mohammed Saleh. Number 68, Ethan Daniello. Number 72, Justin McBride. Number 86, Dylan Almanshofer. Number 88, Layden Newsom. And number 94, Bryce Pilot. Here's your underclassmen for the 2025 varsity football team. Yeah, keep the jerseys with you. We'll come back up for pictures. But if you take them home, we'll find you. All right, now we'll introduce our seniors. 37 men, 37 seniors. Wow. If we started talking about how great this class is, we'll be here all night. Unbelievable group of men who pulled together, led our football team, cared about each other, played hard. Incredible group. They'll leave their impact on Lakers football for many, many years to come. Really, really proud of these guys. Super proud of what they did this year. Really going to be excited to see them 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now because they're going to be super successful. They're going to be really, really good at what they do in life. And the best thing is they're so close that they will stay in touch for a long time. Pretty cool to see in Boswell, our 2015 team that came back, the team that made the run to the state finals, and they all came back, and some of those guys hadn't seen each other in 10 years. We had guys flying from Atlanta, from all over the country to come be there at that Boswell game. This group will do the same thing. They'll stay in touch, they'll be close, they're family. It's an incredible group of men who set the culture for the program this year. So let's introduce our seniors. Number 2, Noel Butler. Number 3, Daniel Oggs. Number 4, Jackson Milks. Number 6, Marquise Smith. Number 7, Tylen Hawkins. Number 8, Cameron Wilson. Number 9, hang on, did you fumble that jersey? Number 9, Cameron Jackson. Number 11, Jaden Cupid. Number 12, Ian Glendenning. Number 18, Cody Curtis. Number 19, Nolan Conrad. Number 23, Keandre Warner. Number 24, Yuri Newkirk. Number 25, Camden Kennedy. Number 29, J-Rob, Jalen Robinson. Number 30, Peculiar Henry. Got number 36, Tremaine Connor. 31, I got you, Miguel. 31, Mikkel Stills. 37, Shane Morgan. Number 40, Ethan Williams. Number 42, Chinadu Obioha. Number 44, Jeremiah Morris. Number 48, Caden Anderson. Number 52, Little Felix Ojo. Number 54, Miles Hall. Number 59, Isaac Pena. Number 60, Kate Brown. Number 61, Number 65, Marshall Bailey. Number 70, Abdul Faye. Number 71, Nicholas Finley. Number 74, Sean Gardner. Number 80, Moses Paris. Number 82, DJ Derek Berry. Number 83, Marco Benavides. Number 84, Jackson Smith. Number 85, Andrew Hicks. Number 87, Cash Harbison. Number 95, Kyron Wynn. And number 96, Angela Olivas. Let's give one more round of applause to our senior in 2025. All right, you guys, Coach Brooke.
Academic all-district team for District 3-6A. So the requirements, they had to have a 90 or above average for the first 2 6-week grading periods, and we had a total of 30 players earn academic all-district honors. So that phenomenal student athletes as well. Just like Coach said, we hold each other accountable all the time. And I know specifically in the corner room, those guys hold each other to a high standard. They'll sit there and make a guy do his work. Like if he's in there messing around, they'll give him a bunch of mess until he actually does it. So I'm gonna go through the names. I'm gonna read the names. And I ask that we hold the applause to the end. So when I say your name, just go ahead, walk this way over there, same way we've been at, and then we'll apply to the end. First, we have Vincent Allen. Gentleman in the middle. Gentleman in the middle. Hold the applause to the end. Dylan Aubrey Sofa. Caden Anderson. Derek Berry. Michael Blow. Marshall Bailey. Noel Butler. Xavier Sinalis. Tremaine Connor. Nolan Conrad. Jaden Cupid. Cody Curtis. Abdul Fekbaye. Sean Gardner. Ian Glendenning. Christian Haywood. Cash Hardison. Jared Henry. Peculiar Henry. Caden Hensley. Tylen Hockett. Flander Malone. Jackson Mills. Jeremiah Morris. Isaiah Malusa. Yuri Newkirk. Colin Wynn. Felix Ojo. Peter Thatch, and Ethan Williams. Get those guys in there. And give these guys another round of applause. All right, gentlemen, make your way.
We're now going to announce our 3-6A all-district team. It's always exciting, the number of kids we have get it. We also want our kids to get more and have more on this team. This is a selection that is selected by the other coaches from the district. So other coaches in District 3-6A recognize our players. Coaches are not allowed to vote for their own players, so it's recognition from the other schools. And we're excited to announce that we're 13 players named to the all-district team this year. So we're going to announce our guys to come on up. So you guys can come on up, get your certificate, and just stay on stage as we announce them so we get one big picture at the end. But the first all-district award goes to the District 3-6A Offensive Most Valuable Player, Deshaun Edwards. Staying on the offensive side of the ball, inside receiver first team, Noel Butler. Coach Cutts fumble. All right, outside receivers, the second team, Jaden Evans. Come on, these receivers got to move faster. They do on the field. The next all-district award goes to outside receiver, second team, Micah Blow. Staying on the offensive side of the ball, running back, second team, JC Jaden Cox. Moving down to the trenches. Offensive tackle, first team, Little Felix Ojo. Staying in the trenches, all district center, first team, Justin Lee. We're staying in the trenches. All district offensive guard, second team, Marshall Bailey. Rounding out the other side of the offensive line in the trenches. Offensive tackle, second team, Isaiah Malusa. On the defensive side of the ball, the secondary, all district safety, first team, Marquis Smith. On the outside of the secondary, all district corner, first team, Tylen Hockett. Getting closer to the trenches, we've got all district linebacker, first team, Jaden Cupid. And rounding out the all-district picks, he could not be here tonight, but Kyson Scott, first team kicker and first team punter. So if y'all want to take a picture, I'll get out of the way. Take some pictures. Let's give one more big round of applause for all these kids. Covington will start with the first award.
I would never stand up here to correct the head coach, but we got something we got to do before the player awards. Every year, the Texas High School Coaches Association has an academic all-state team. In order to get this, it's a little different than the academic all-district because it's not worried about 2 6 weeks, it's worried about their entire scholastic career. So the minimum qualification is they have to have a 92.0 grade point average and above. So once we send that information in, they grade each kid off of their GPA, their class rank, their SAT, and or their ACT score. They're assigned points for each category. Those points then just place them on the team they're on. So it goes all the way from the elite team all the way down to honorable mention. So we have several players that earn this honor. So, however, it was just released in the media this morning. Normally we'll get certificates, they will send them to you. We will get them to you next semester when they arrive. So it's my honor to call these gentlemen up. I'm going to call them up. Make sure you clap for them when I call them because this is a great honor they got. So start with the honorable mention, academic all-state, Ian Glendenning. Next on the honorable mention team, Kylan Wynn. Next on the honorable mention list, DJ Berry. And our manager, Victor Valdez, was also on the honorable mention all-state list. Second team, academic all-state, Marshall Bailey. Second team, academic all-state, Jackson Milk. Second team, academic all-state, Alexander Dick. And we're honored to have 2 first-team academic all-state players. First, Cody Curtis. And last, first-team academic all-state, Nolan Conrad. Let's give one more big round of applause for the academic all-state team. All right, the next portion we're going to move to is our player voted awards. These were all chosen by their teammates, which I think makes an award a whole lot more special. This had no coach input, anything else. It was just strictly by all those teammates that thought this of you. The first award I get to present is the offensive MVP. Our offensive MVP this year accounted for over 3,845 yards of offense. Had 1,390 yards rushing, 2,455 yards passing, 21 rushing touchdowns, 24 passing touchdowns. As voted by his teammates, offensive MVP Deshaun Edwards. And because you haven't heard enough of me tonight, I get to go again. Offensive line MVP. I would love to give a ton of stats for this guy. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of stats given for offensive linemen. But I worked really hard. I found some. So our offensive line MVP this year, he's going to put out there he gave up no sacks. He's going to claim 35 pancakes, but I'm pretty sure that was all eaten at IHOP. And based off the teammates that I've talked to, he has a career total of 2,565 tap-ins. Your offensive line MVP, Felix Ojo.
Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, taking time out of your week, a busy day, middle of the week, being here to support the program. You're a young man. Really appreciate that. Thank you for welcoming me here to be a part of your family. Truly blessed just to be a part of this and just watch these young men grow. Pretty interested to see what they do in the future. I'm here to present the defensive MVP, voted on by the players, so I have no input in this whatsoever. So if you did not get a vote, it's not my fault. Talk to your team. But voted on as our defensive MVP is none other than the only individual that in a single season should have had 2 touchdowns, but did not drop them but still was credited for 2 touchdowns, interception, and also a fumble interception that he got credited for. That's amazing. And our only individual in the history of football to do that, besides Leon Lett, is your truly.
Good evening. Tonight I have the honor of announcing the Defensive Lineman of the Year for the 2025 season. It's a very close vote. Okay, but our defensive lineman of the year, relentless effort, always gives us 110%, no matter what's going on. He had over 60 tackles, 8 sacks, and perhaps one of the goofiest sack celebration dances I've ever seen. But we love him anyway. That would be the one and only Camden.
I had the last player voted award for special teams MVP. This year I was tasked with coordinating our kickoff team. And before I talk about who this person is, I would like for y'all to give that group a round of applause because we gave up absolutely zero. Flipping the field and scores, those guys, and they did everything we asked them to do. And well, we got two of them back, so that was big too. But the guy that I had the pleasure of announcing, man, he honestly made me look like a better coach than I was. I was just out there calling stuff, and he put the ball where he's supposed to. Unfortunately, he's not here today, but it is none other than Mr. Kyson Scott. So now we're going to move into the coach voted awards. And first up, I'm going to announce the academic MVP. This young man is a guy that I was able to learn a lot more this year. And anything I asked him to do on the field, he did. He was ready to just go out there and be a guy. It wasn't until this week that I learned he is in the top 10 person in his class. Let's give a hand clap for that. I was number 4 in my class, but man, it is what it is. I explored. But I guess we all know this is none other than Mr. Nolan Conrad.
Our next award is the Donovan Browder Community Service Leadership Award, named after Donovan Browder, who many of you know had a really big heart for community service. And from the time he was a freshman here until he graduated, every year he had community service. The Kid Chris Christmas project, where he actually raised up money to get families cars who needed it, help a family rebuild a home, some tremendous community service, and it was a passion of his. So when he graduated, we named an award after him to continue the tradition. This year's award goes to an individual who has a heart very similar to Donovan Browder. Cares as much about other people as he does himself, has a real passion for helping those who need help. He, in 4 separate events, had over 1,000 bags of food made and delivered. He organized that. The last one's over at McKenzie Middle School. You all know who I'm talking about. Come on down, Micah Moore. Okay, the final award tonight as we wrap it up is, you all know, the Billy Smith Eagle Heart Award, named after Coach Smith, who had been in Mansfield ISD for a long time. He was here when we opened Lake Ridge. The building is named after Billy Smith down there in the MAC. He opened Lake Ridge. He was our defensive coordinator and tragically passed away from cancer in September of 2019. Coach Smith had integrity. He was a quiet strength. He was humble. He cared about other people, and he's mad at me right now because I'm talking about him. He happened to be my best friend for many years, and so he has had a tremendous impact on our program. And so we have an award that we give to individuals called the Billy Smith Eagle Heart. This is probably the toughest decision our coaching staff makes all year. We put a list of names up of our players, and we try to find the guys who most exemplify Lake Ridge High School, great behavior, do everything you would want them to do, going to be successful leaders. They would exemplify who Coach Smith was and what impact he had on this program. So it's a real honor to have Eagle Heart Award winners, Billy Smith Eagle Heart winners every year. So we're going to have our first coach come up and present. We have multiple winners this year, so Coach Robert will present the first.
Okay. So I have the distinct honor of naming the first Billy Smith Eagle Heart Award winner tonight. Someone that shows up every day, gives tremendous effort. When I was moving around pretty slow at the beginning of the year, I could look down there and he'd have my drills already started. He already knew that, hey, we don't have time to waste, we gotta get going. He had a great season. I'm so proud of him for the season that he had. He's been on the leadership council. He's a great kid, never have to worry about his grades, never have to worry about any issues in the schoolhouse. My Eagle Heart Award winner is Caden Anderson.
the end of the day, we have to try, right, to say, okay, these gentlemen, that doesn't diminish the character of anyone else. It's just these gentlemen, they go a little above and beyond, just a little. So for us, we had two young men, we had two young men, we threw the names up on the board, we threw a whole bunch of names on the board. It was like this and that, it just came down to what it was just like, you know, when I got here in March, you know, I looked at this young man, and just being honest with you, if you say this young man was gonna be the one standing out in front and be on the field, I'm gonna laugh at you. He just is, he doesn't look like your typical guy. He looks so unassuming. I talked to him about it in our team room. Hey man, what's your favorite pickup line? And he looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm just like, you're typical, straight edge, laced up young man, just never speaks, just sit there. I think for the first time, he let his hair down in the room. For the first time, like 5 seconds. And then he put it back up. That's the kind of young man he is. And then the other young man is just, when I got here, he just embodied everything that this program is for. He came in from someplace else, right? And he had to assimilate himself to the culture, to the program. He had to embrace what it was, right? He had to become a part of the family. And he did that. And he truly invest himself into the program, into his teammate. I look out there, he's grabbing teammates, going out there doing drills. Wonder what can we do next? Wonder what can we do? He's always getting everybody together. What can we do? How can we be better? And it's not just about him, it was always about everyone. So these two young men that we kind of landed on was unassuming Mr. Mills. Yes, sir.
All right, our final senior Billy Smith Eagle Heart Award goes to an individual who, tremendous character, academic all-district, 3-year starter, tremendous character, guy I'll miss deeply. He was a camper for Billy Smith as a little. So Ian Glenning, come on down. Thank you all for attending tonight. Now, we've got the backdrop if you need pictures with the jerseys. Feel free to take as many pictures as you'd like. We've got the seniors all around the outside honoring our seniors, which is fantastic. I need all the varsity players, as soon as we end here, to come on up here. There's a picture and a picture frame that you need to sign that is going to hang on our field house wall. That's something that somebody made for us. We'll tell you who it is when we get up here. But we need you all to come sign that, so bring your jersey, come up here and sign. We'll take pictures after you do that. Hey, thank you all for coming. Congratulations to our football team.